Stormcloud is a gray tabby tom. He was born as a kitty pet named Frankie, and he had a littermate named Benny. The two of them lived in a two-leg nest near the clan's lake. When the great storm arrived and flooded the area, Frankie and Benny were on their fence when the water suddenly came. Benny got washed away, but Frankie managed to get inside the house through a basement window. He became trapped and thought that he was going to drown, but his friend Jesse tried to rescue him, and with the help of the ThunderClan leader Bramblestar, he was able to get out. Jesse and Bramblestar convinced him to come to ThunderClan to shelter. Although he was terrified and weak the first night, he began to recover quickly and started offering to help the clan. They trained him to hunt and fight, and even though he wasn't certain about it at first, he learned quickly. As Frankie began to grow more confident, he started to set off on his own to search for Benny. Bramblestar followed him one day, and they ended up finding Benny's body. They gave him a proper farewell, and though Frankie wasn't sure what to do next, Bramblestar reassured him that he could stay with ThunderClan for now. Eventually, Frankie asked if he could stay in ThunderClan for good. Bramblestar agreed and named him Stormpaw, in honor of the storm that had brought him there, and chose clan deputy Squirrelflight as his mentor. Eventually, he earned his warrior name, Stormcloud. A few seasons later, things looked bleak for the forest when a rogue named Darktail brought his kin there. Some of ShadowClan and RiverClan sheltered in the ThunderClan camp, and Stormcloud grew anxious about the state of things, to the point that he even went to the Medicine Cat den about it. Sometime later, a fire broke out near the two-leg place, and some kitty pets came to ThunderClan for help. Bramblestar wasn't sure whether he wanted to allow them to stay, but Stormcloud spoke up, pointing out that ThunderClan had helped kitty pets in the past, and that he'd been one of them. After his clanmate Sparkpelt gave birth to her kits, Stormcloud was concerned for her, since she was in a depression due to her mate Larksong's death. He visited her daily to try to cheer her up and played with the kits, and was relieved when she began to recover and take an interest in them. When Bramblestar began to act strange after losing a life, Stormcloud thought that it was just because losing a life had been hard on him, not realizing that his leader's body had been taken over by an imposter. He was among the cats who was punished by the false leader, since he'd given food to the elders first instead of to the leader, as the imposter had decreed. Regardless of his personal feelings on the matter, he fought under his leader's commands when it came to battle between the 5 clans, unaware that there was a rebellion or that Bramblestar wasn't actually Bramblestar. Afterward, he seemed content to continue helping his clan as always. The kitty pet Frankie would likely never have guessed that he would one day live as a wildcat in the forest. But Stormcloud is as good as any forest-born warrior, and a loyal and caring member of ThunderClan.